Alright, so we got ourselves a 1973 home to go through today, doing all a home inspection and a sewer camera inspection and a pool inspection. So I just wanted to kind of go over this house, built in 1973, pretty small square foot, 1118, 3-bed, 2-bath, just in Mesa, just up the road from where I live. Charming 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, timeless home in a serene neighborhood, offers a host of recent updates and has no HOA. Enjoy peace of mind with new garage lights, fresh interior and exterior paint, new sliding glass door with built-in blinds, a new gate, and recent termite treatment. Those are all good things. The home features updated bathrooms with new toilets, a new kitchen door, and a recently installed electrical panel. That's a big one. That's probably $5,000 to $8,000 install right there, so that's a big thing. Outside is a freshly painted deck and low-maintenance desert landscaping. All new appliances and water heater make this home move-in ready. The backyard is an oasis with a heated pool and jacuzzi, self-cleaning pool with an app that connects to phone, plus a shed for extra storage. This home is the perfect blend of comfort and modern upgrades. It's a pretty cool looking home from 1973, but let's go look at it with our own eyes. Hey, I'm Andrew the home buyer. Looks like we got a damn haboob coming in. This should be a fun inspection. Looks like we're at a Roosin' home here in Mesa. Not too bad so far. Definitely had some upgrades, some updates. Some of it is original, so I'm not seeing much on the outside here. Brick exterior, fresh paint job. Paint looks really good. Covers up all the little tiny cracks in the foundation really well. So I can't see if anything's major. Not major. I don't see any step cracking in the wall, so it looks good. We got a big propane tank here for the heater in the back. I like to see soffit ventilation on these. I don't know if you guys are inspectors. Tell me what you think. What would you recommend? We got a gable soffit, 2 of them, and then we have 2 turbines up on the roof. We can't see them from here, but I would rather see soffit ventilation than turbine ventilation. I'm probably not going to write it up for insufficient ventilation, but got all these gaps that need to be filled up. Might as well punch some holes in here and put some screens, that way you can get the cool air in the soffit to help push that hot air out the gable vents on the top. But I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I do like gutters. We don't have them here. Main water valve on the front of the house. The water meter's out there by the mailbox, but the water meter is right here and it's buried underneath the gravel. So I can't even access it today. I'm not going to turn it on. I'm not going to dig it up and test it. It needs to be accessible and replaced or repaired. It is a one-way valve, so it's not like it's a gate valve or anything, but got the irrigation system off. All the manifolds are right there just laying on top of the dirt, so they're exposed to damage. Anything that wants to hit it, break it, damage it, it's fine. There's no anti-siphon device here. They're supposedly built into the manifolds themselves, but you got the water line coming up here, branches off back into the house right here, and then it comes back out the wall here. I'm going to write these up for having too many gaps around here that bugs can get into, wasps and all that stuff. But solar screens on some of the windows. It's a pretty looking house. Don't see too much going on. Here's some of the minor cracking that we had down here on the foundation. Horizontal cracking, so you want to keep an eye on it and make sure moisture stays out of this area. Don't plant anything in here, don't add any irrigation. If anything, build the ground up in here so everything falls out and goes out that way. Driveway, garage door is functioning good. It's an old opener, old springs. Got some common settlement in the driveway, so these cracks are going all the way through. Then we have some drop, some settlement out here at the edge. Nothing major, but pretty typical for a 1973 home. On the side of the house, you see they took some of this T111 plywood, cement board, whatever you want to call it, put it down here under the foundation or in front of the foundation. You can kind of see right there what they did. They didn't want to see the foundation anymore, they didn't want to look at it, so they covered it up. So I'm going to have to tell my client that I can't see the foundation stem wall on this side because it's covered with that crap, and termites can get behind it, get up in your wall, and you'll never know it. You'll never be able to see it. Well, the roof doesn't look too bad out here. That pool looks pretty inviting too, but at least we're at a cooler day. That haboob is starting to push through a little bit. It's getting pretty breezy out here. So these are the turbines we were talking about. 2 turbines up here. Got one here, one over there. That one's appropriate. This one is not sized right. Look at that gap. This turbine isn't supposed to be on this hood. It's not lined up appropriately, so they took off the hood and put a different one up here. You know, it's working, but not as effectively as it probably should. That thing's spinning super quick. There we go. Yeah. So if it would be the right size, that should cover up that gap. This is just a secondary cap that they put on. Air conditioning, train. Looking at a train unit, 2013. A little bit of age on it. A 3-ton unit. Are we still using? No, we got 410 in there, so that's good. And maximum fuse 40 amps. We're going to check that in the electrical panel. They updated the electrical panel, so it should be 40 in there. If I stop this, you can see that bracket right there. It's not the right size. It's not attached. This whole thing is wobbly, half-assed. Condensate line runs off the roof, which we like to see. It gets the moisture off the roof. You can see it was disconnected at some point in time. That's usually an indicator that something broke up here. You can see the discoloration of the PVC. That's because the UV light is starting to break it down. So you give these things a pull. Yeah, that shouldn't be that easy to break right there. Not at all. So let's get somebody in here to make that connection a little bit better. All that would take is somebody to hit this wrong, and then that's disconnected. You're leaking water up here again onto your roof surface, causing problems down below. When I'm talking about fascia gaps, that's what I'm talking about. All those little cracks over there, they're not supposed to be there. They're supposed to be filled in. If we had soffit ventilation, there'd be holes in there with screens letting air through. Those little cracks are not supposed to be there. And these turbine vents need to be screened on the inside, so when that thing isn't spinning, bugs and bees and wasps don't fly in here and nest in your attic space. This attic space is pretty dirty today. Ouch. We got a lot of blown in fiberglass insulation over here. We're going to try and make our way over that way into the main part of the attic. This is above the carport garage, but you can see all this shit up here. Should not be all over the place up here. Your attic space is not meant to store things really unless you design it so, and you put everything right around the attic access hatch. Yeah, really grants me access up here very well. But let's get moving over there. Duct tape on exhaust vents that go out of your kitchen, not a good idea. That's where the duct tape ends up. Dries out, gets brittle. Look at that. Does that look like duct tape? Doesn't act like duct tape anymore, does it? That's what happens in our hot attics down here. Duct tape does not belong in our attic. Gotta love these windy days when you can't even see the pool vessel. I can't see anything on there because of all the ripples from the wind out here. Oh, we do have a light working. Okay, that's good. Got the pump on, testing the pump. Light over there working. Wonderful. So we got a new electrical panel, but this mermaid is making my life a little hell. Maybe if I put her up there. Yeah. Okay. So with the new electrical panel put on here, things don't look too bad, but you can see this kind of bunged up here. I don't like it when those wires have some damage to it. That'll cause it to overheat a little bit. I'll shoot it with my thermal and see what comes up. This is your air conditioner breaker. Remember we said 40? Got a 50 in here, so we gotta swap this out with a 40. I don't know why they would do that. And these gutters, I don't know what the heck you think these gutters are gonna do like that. There's more power cables in the gutter than there is water. That's pretty loose up there. This downspout, that's gonna come off. That isn't even connected. None of that is. All these boards holding up the lights are just held in by 2 screws. That doesn't look very safe. Well, you want a light somewhere, you run Romex right across the wall. Love to see that in conduit. Yeah, I'm glad you got a outlet out here and a couple light switches for the fan, but you gotta have exterior rated light switches or a light cover, something protecting it. It's cool what they did with the log here as well. Just ran an electrical box up to it, no cover, no nothing on it. It does work, fully functional. It's the termite tree. You can see all the previous termite damage in here. It's kind of cool actually. Definitely have some hollow tiles today. Missing some grout all the way through there. Many of these tiles are hollow, so we're getting some movement from the tiles in this area. A big crack right across here. This is pretty solid though. Looks like they re-grouted that crack, filled it in, so it's solid now. Well, the shower works, but the valve doesn't. Ouch, that's hot. Damn. So not only is this guy dripping, I turned it off and it's still dripping. Oh, there's no positive stops. I'm not going to be able to turn it off, am I? How do I turn the water off? It's all the way to the left, it's on, it's on. All the way to the right, it's on. Turn that all the way to the right, off. All the way to the right, off. Okay. Okay, finally. There we go. Sometimes. Not only that, though, but look, the shower head was spraying this window up here. All the water just right on this window. It's not even a window, really. You know what's out there, right? That's your garage. Sometimes when you update a property, you're not updating it for safety, you're just updating it for convenience. So you made the rooms bigger, you built a garage instead of a carport, but now your windows, which can carry CO from the garage here, carbon monoxide, whatever, can go right into the home through these windows. Now they did take some steps to try and protect themselves, but that's only a smoke detector. Only a smoke detector, and it's not hardwired throughout the house, so if this one were to pick up something, yeah, it might beep, but you're not going to hear it back in there. Under this bathroom sink, again, we've got some more duct tape. I don't know what the heck you're trying to do with that. It's not even connected. This pipe isn't even connected other than duct tape. That's it. Come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Can you imagine all the grease that's lined up on the inside of this? You'll never get it out. You'll have to replace it. But this goes up into the attic and where they were using the other duct tape. Look at this cute little microwave. Pop. It does have a fan built in, but you feel quite a bit of the air coming out right here, so yeah. Call this out, but they should get this looked at. I can feel a bunch of air blowing back in right there. Under the sink is always fun because there's always a bunch of stuff down here, right? So it makes it really hard to see. Best thing I want to do is look at the bottom, make sure we don't have any water damage down there. Looks alright, but it also looks like somebody painted the crap out of this, so whatever was below the paint I can't see now. We do have a flex trap or a flex drain in between the garbage disposal and the standpipe going over the P-trap. That's the worst spot for that. See all these bumps in here? That's just going to collect debris. Look at that. Look how nasty that is. Why would you do that? Don't put that on the go-between. Get that out of there. See that shower head? It's probably not a very good spot for it. That blue is where it's hitting. Obviously you can move it around a little bit so it doesn't hit up there, but what a bad spot. I can't imagine what kind of water damage might be in this wall. Yeah, some of you might venture to get up in that attic access hatch, but I'm not going to do it. I got the other attic hatch and walked almost over this far, so I'm not going to go up in this one. I'm just going to state it's really hard to access. So this house is 1973, so no GFCI protection in the bathrooms. And in the kitchen here, we only really have 2 outlets, 1, 2. They didn't put any over here. There's one behind the fridge, but none of these are GFI. And they are getting an open ground on this one as well, but nothing's tripping. I hate trying to trip it when they have things plugged into it, but I gotta try. No bueno, right next to the sink, no GFI. Plus this outlet is loose as could be. Look at that. Touch faucets. Don't have anything working here. It should be touch sensitive. We have that controlling box mounted below here. Look up. See, that's plugged in. That's a controlling panel for the faucet, so that'll automatically turn on and off. That's that faucet with touch button. There's finger press right on the side with the dishwasher drain there. Draining right back into the garbage disposal. All that gunky stuff. This is why it's important to have a high loop like that. That's a proper high loop. It should just be draped across the back. That way nothing flushes between the sink and the dishwasher. Alright, so we're going to start the sewer camera inspection in the primary bathroom with some water running. Now, I didn't find any cleanouts at the front of the property today. It looks like ABS plumbing down there, so we got to go up to the roof. Go through a roof jack. Alright. So we got a big roof jack right here in the middle of this valley. I'm gonna try and poke the camera right on down in there. You can hear the water gurgling already, so let's get to it. Turn this thing on. There's a good amount of caulking around this roof jack right here. Beam me up. Let's go, Scotty, come on. There we go. Got a sewer camera inspection at 566 West Edgewood Avenue. We're here at Mesa on the roof jack. We've got a plumbing vent, looks like a main stack right in the middle of the roof. I do have the primary bathtub running right now just to give us a little bit of water flow in the pipe, help us get out to the street. Got some drain connections there. Some more connections. Just kind of seeing how everything lines up, making sure we don't have any big gaps around those connections or anything. Still in the vertical. Now we're pushing down on the horizontal, and that's where that primary drain comes in. Primary bathroom. Probably the kitchen sink right there. That looks like grease. Grease buildup. Definitely get some hydrojet maintenance and clean these pipes out. I'm also paying attention to the top of the pipe. I'm looking for clean out access. They might have installed some clean outs in the yard somewhere, and we can't find them outside, but we might be able to see them through the drain pipe right there. There's your clean out at 12 meters from the roof jack. That looks like a T clean out. So it goes down and then you can go both ways. I don't know where it's located at though. You're gonna have to ask the seller to locate it, or have a plumber come in and locate it. I do not know where that's located at. We don't have alleyways behind our houses here, so that it goes out to the street. So it's somewhere between your home and the street. It's not very far from your city connection. Your city connection is right there, 13 meters out. I didn't see anything crazy, but we definitely got to get something in there to clean these pipes out. They are dirty. The more dirty the pipe is, the easier it is for things that get flushed to grab onto it and dry up in the pipe, cause clogs, cause backups, cost money. You can see the little line on the top of the pipe there, that straight line. That's usually my cable that does that. The cable that's attached to the camber head pushes around in the inside of the pipe and leaves some straight marks. Usually don't see that on the way in, but I'll see it on the way out. So that's your reason you got to get some hydrojet maintenance. One of the reasons. ABS pipes are going to last you a long time though, as long as you maintain them and don't plant anything big over the top of it. Grant, you're calling me now, man, but I'm on the roof. I'll be down in a few minutes, Grant. I don't know, since I got here, my phone has just been going off the hook. So now we're back on the vertical. I'm gonna go up to the roof surface. Pipes look good today though. ABS plumbing looks alright. Get that hydrojet maintenance done. I want to get those pipes cleaned out. That'll be your next course of action for the drain system. Thanks for using BPG Inspections. If I can help you out, let me know. Home Inspector Dan. Ticky-tacky houses. They all look the same. Except they put a garage on ours. See that house right there? There's no garage on that one. Just used to be a carport, but that's what they did. They renovated it.